Celdic, the market town. And the grand market. Must be market day. It's been a while since the last time I was in Celdic. Those farmers said things were tense here, but I was expecting worse. Yeah, it doesn't actually seem that bad, even with the odd armored car here and there. That's probably evidence of how much this war is going in the Alliance's favor. So they've let that get to their heads, have they? We should start asking around to see if we can get anything out of the townsfolk. Here's hoping that someone knows something about the rest of Class 7. Right. Oh, but one warning. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you this, but you're pretty high on the Noble Alliance's wanted list. Even if you're in plain clothing, try not to stand out too much. Otherwise, it's all over. Understood. Okay, let's get to work. Which brings to mind the fact that Reen has on his casual clothes. Does he have casual clothes? Nope, he does not. I just wondered. I mean, not like what he's wearing isn't casual. There's a house.
Here I go. Ready to go.
Let's go around his table. I can still hardly believe this is all happening. It should be enough that my sweet Becky's come home, but how can I stay relieved when I'm so worried about our future? Tran, my sisters finally came back. I should not be happy about it, but I cannot help it. I can never do that accent. I missed her lots when she was gone, so this is Becky from school's house. Is she home? There she is. I really cannot be bothered with anything now, especially with the Grand Market as dead as it is. Is that a Thor's uniform? You know Becky. What's wrong with you? It's officially called his ogre power. I did not know it was called Ogre's ogre power. Huh? Pretty sure I know you from somewhere. Yeah, I've helped you out and talked to you lots of times, Becky. You have a horrible memory. Black hair, diligent attitude. Reen, is that you? Becky? You know her? Yeah, we're in the same year at Thor's. How'd you wind up here, Becky? Hold up. You're the one that should be explaining yourself first. You can tell me about Blondie here while you're at it. Okay. Maybe we should all calm down a little first. Reen gave her a brief explanation of how he'd come to visit Celdic. Well, I was daft for thinking I understand any of that. So basically you're looking for the rest of Class 7? That's the gist of it. You managed to make it from Thor's to here on your own, right? Color me impressed. Truth is, Hugo secured an escape route for us. That's how I managed to make it all the way here. He was a student working at Kleist & Co., if I remember correctly. Helped, huh? Does that mean he's not here now? I've got no idea what happened to him after that. Wee Bam chose the worst time to act all cool. It might be a little insensitive of me to ask right now, but do you have any info about Thor's or the other students? Anything at Class 7 in particular would be a huge help. The girl I escaped with is over at the church. Other than that, I've got Hee-Haw. The Provincial Army don't really care much about us normal students either. Really? I was questioned a fair bit when I first got here, but after that they just let me do whatever. It's probably enough for them knowing they can keep an eye on you. The second you start acting suspicious, they can swoop in and toss you in the slammer. And they probably see Class 7 as the most suspicious of all. Hint, hint. Yeah, I know. We'll have to sleep with one eye open around here. Well, thanks for letting us know, Becky. Just try and lay low for now. Aye, aye. That was a plan. Not like I've got the motivation to do anything when the Grand Market's in this sad state. Okay, so there's nothing else apparently here at Becky's. So we're gonna leave And we can't go to that house. And there's the soldiers. They're everywhere. Here's the market manager's house. As much as it pains me to do this, I've made up my mind. I'm closing up shop and heading back home. Doing business isn't exactly easy these days, and there's my family to worry about. Maybe I can come back once this war's over and done. Yeah, we were at Becky's house, and now we're at the market manager's house. Maybe, I look forward to seeing you all again if that day comes. Crazy how York's a good friend of the market manager's. Even crazier, he's one of Celdic's legendary merchants. Legendary. That's why he's here helping out while the market manager's busy handling other issues. Kinda hard to believe that this is the same pervy drunkard that spent the entire day at the Weathercock. He's like a completely different person now. Thorn is gonna make me fight her. I was wondering how long it was gonna be before you noticed that she did that. You've come a long way these past few years, Lizzie, especially from up top. Well, hello there. Keep that up and I'll tell the market manager. Okay, maybe not. So why can't I can't... As much as I like to stop you, you seem like you've made up your mind. I'm sorry for bringing this up out of the blue. Don't even worry about it. The Grand Market always values a merchant's freedom. We'll take care of the rest for you. I wish you well. Thank you for everything. Alright, so we didn't really learn anything here. And there's this lady. If you're looking for Otto, I'm afraid he isn't here at the moment. He's left to make an appeal to the provincial army about the tax increases and railway restrictions. We may be at war, but they can't expect us to put up with everything. Alright, and there's probably no point, but I just want to look around up here. Yeah, there's nothing going on up here. Okay. So, just want to look at the map. So at the market manager's house, we definitely don't want to go to the left because those guys to the left are soldiers, but there's a lady in front of us. And then we have something straight ahead, basically, after we talk to her. Vegetables and seasonings really are far too expensive these days. I wonder who could be at the church. I'm gonna guess Emma. I don't know. Oh, this is all because of the Noble Alliance. I don't want them to hear me saying it, but I really, really hate them. Okay, so we've got this dude. Our taxes have been bumped up thanks to this war. We thought it was bad before, but man, doesn't help knowing they're using our money to fund the war either. It really kills your motivation to get anything done. Alright, so we have the Weathercock. Oh no. I'm sorry. Vivi is pretty reserved, religious. Yeah, I don't know. What are you doing here? With Toval, no less. Hello, ma'am. I see things haven't changed much here. Hey, Margot, you're looking well. The last time we saw each other was when I came for that request, yeah? Been a while. Toval aside, shouldn't you be in hiding, young man? The provincial army was searching for you not that long ago. No one seems to suspect us yet, so we should be fine for now. I doubt they'll notice us so long as we don't do anything too crazy. Well, if you say so. It's a relief to know you're okay. Are you going to be staying here? We're actually not sure what we'll be doing for now. More important than where we're staying, there's something we'd like to ask you. Rena explained why he and Toval came to Celdic. So you're searching for your classmates. Based on what we know, they're somewhere around here. You wouldn't happen to have any leads at all, would you? Sorry, can't say that I do. We barely get anyone new coming in as it is, thanks to all the train restrictions. And I would only be able to recognize the students who came with you last time. That's true. Well, just knowing they aren't staying here is a big help. By the way, we heard that things were pretty tense here, but seems to be relatively peaceful from what I can tell. Well, there hasn't been any direct effect on the town itself. Rumor has it there's fighting going on over near the eastern border, though. Over by Gorelia Fortress? Yes, seems like the Imperial Army's holding their line of defense over there. A solid one at that, too. They say the Provincial Army is struggling to break through it. I love how you just see out of the corner, like off to the side of Toval's elbow, you see Celine's tail occasionally just wave into the frame and back out again. The Twin Dragons Bridge is over that way too, actually. They must be fighting with the troops there. Yes, well, that's why a lot of us are worried. If they're fighting that close by, then who knows when Celdic will get caught up in it. That is an unfortunate possibility. The market manager's been doing what he can to prevent the worst, but the Provincial Army doesn't exactly inspire confidence in their willingness to keep us safe, you know? If only this war would just be over and done with. I feel you. Thanks for the info, Margot. You be sure to watch your back, alright? Same to you too. Be careful out there. Alright, so we can see if we can talk to these guys. Right then. 11 Mira it is. Let me remind you, I'm taking a fairly large hit from this. You're sure you'll be able to get 200, right? You bet. I ain't a man who goes back on his word. Times are tough, so I've started selling more than just processed goods. It took me forever to get a store of my own, so you can bet I ain't giving up on it anytime soon. Oh, if it isn't Toval! Wait, you're one of the people from Class 7, aren't you? What a surprise! Hey there, Louise. You're always looking as chipper as always. I was kind of worried about this place, but everything seems to be fine. Things were crazy when the war first broke out, actually. The train stopped all of a sudden, and people couldn't get home. So we had to pack them all in here, so they'd have somewhere to sleep. We even had people sleeping out in the hallways. But yeah, the situation has definitely improved since then. Excuse me. Though I guess that doesn't change the fact that we're super busy right now. And you? Seems like the Provincial Army's requisitioning goods from pretty much everyone. They even make us farmers hand over a portion of our harvest. They don't give a hoot about the time we spent growing them either. Alright, so we talked to everyone down there. I just want to look up here real quick. Hello. Squaro. So who would have guessed that getting my hands on a train ticket would be this difficult? I only came here to conduct some quick business, and now I'm stuck waiting here for the inspection process to finish. Where are the days when traveling here from Heimdall took less than an hour to go? Alright, and there's somebody in the room. Not this one, but I just want to look. One of these rooms. Anton. My friend Ricky was on his way to Heimdall right before the war broke out. No one spotted him ever since. Ricky, where are you? Ricky. Poor Ricky. Alright, last room here. Didn't look like anyone was going to be in it. So let's go back down and go to the next place. Okay, there's a guy in the street. Oh? You wouldn't happen to be one of the students who sorted things out at the park earlier this year, would you? That's right. Wait, is that you, Johnson? Someone you know? Yeah, we first met during our field study here back in April. Looks like you've kicked the drinking habit. Is it safe to assume that you got your job back? Huh? Oh man, I'm embarrassed you had to see me like that. You're right though, the market manager put in a good word for me, and before I knew it, I was park ranger again. Of course, that hardly matters right now when the park's closed due to this war. All I can really do at the moment is repair the front entrance. That's a shame. I hate to say it, but that works out in our favor. No risk of anyone coming across Valimar if it's closed. In the meantime, anyway, I doubt we'll be able to leave him there for too long before someone notices. I'm gathering materials for my repairs to the park entrance, so I'll be here in Celdic for a while. If you ever need anything, let me know. Thank you. We'll let you know if anything comes up then. And then we have the arms store. Talk. Everyone's yammering on about this war impacting their sales and whatnot, whining about how they're gonna quit. But then there's us, the little blacksmith shop out in the sticks. We never had many customers, even during the best of times. That's why we're staying right here. Okay. The CD has to buy. I don't think I need those. Okay. I don't know if I want to put Sepith into what's-his-face if he's not going to be around long. Quartz. And I need a... No, I don't. Yeah, we're good for right now. We'll come back later. Take that, you big Dumbo. If you want to get revenge, you'll have to catch me first. Oh, and the kitty. Sigh, those two never change. Life's hard for everyone these days, but they just don't care. They really need to grow up soon. Get back here, Jake. That's one bug in my pocket too many. You're gonna pay. All right, let's go. Well, before I go up there, I do what I always do. Make sure no one's around these rooms. Because I'm sure they're going to be up there. We have the sister. We have so many people coming here to the church these days that none of us have much time to rest. She works efficiently, and I've never heard her complain no matter how much work we pile on her. Truly inspiring. We're lucky that Celdic's surrounded by so many farms. Even the war can't take that big a toll on our fruit supplies. Best thing about fruit is that you can make juice out of it whenever you're too busy to eat it. Here, give it a try. We got a recipe for fresh vegetable juice. Yay! I was planning on heading to Berea, but there's still no sign of the train. There's no point in standing around waiting though, so I've come here to pray. It's not exactly easy to stay calm when there's a war going on after all. This church has become a gathering place for those who have lost their homes or simply fled from the horrors of war. To me, it's a sign that this civil war will only lead to more and more turmoil as it continues to rage. It pains me that I can do little more than provide comfort to those who the war has already affected. Perhaps this is a trial passed down to us by Idios herself. Alright, so no one was in the church. Just the regular church people. And then there's the kids. We went to the inn. We went to the Orbital factory. Aha, and they're in the market. Something's in the market. Because that's the way to leave. And yeah, that's blocked. That's what I thought. So I guess we're going to... I already talked to him, I believe. We're going to the market.
This is the Grand Market, huh? Pretty lively.
Oh,
Not as lively as it was, though.
hello.
Yeah, this ain't the market I know.
Talk. Hello there. Can I interest you in some unique daily necessities? What's so unique about them, you ask? Well, it just so happens that these are all...
I have a bad feeling about this.
Thank you, Steve. Whoop. I just knocked my drink over, too. The last of my iced coffee. Stretch. Okay, and posture check. I gotta change this around here real quick. Oop. Granted, that's just further proof that you're looking at one big fantastic lineup. Okay, so I'm putting that stuff back. Alright, so I hydrated, I posture checked, and I stretched, and I got a bad feeling about this. Now, if only I didn't have to deal with those drunk soldiers taking an interest in my wares. I saw it's supposed to be the best in the market too, but I think it's hurting me more than anything else. Let's see what he actually has. You have a cape. A bunch of capes. But I don't have tons of money, and I have these things. Chapter 2. I'll take that, because I haven't read the other one yet. Is that Laura? Oh, it's not Laura. I saw purple for a second. First thing I thought was Laura. It wasn't purple, though. You go. Come on. We just want your company for a while. There's no need to resist, you pretty thing. We don't bite. My apologies, but I'm in the middle of doing some work for the church, and I happen to be underage, too, so... Come on now, no need to be so quick to say no. Just come to the guardhouse, pour us a few drinks, and you'll be fine. If you really don't want to come with us, though, we do have other options open to us. You'd be surprised how easy it is to bring a girl like you in. We won't even need a good reason to arrest you. But Are these guys for real? There has to be a way to stop them. Hold up. Let me handle this one. Goodness me, you wouldn't happen to be soldiers from the provincial army, would you? Oh, lucky me. I couldn't have asked for better timing. You see, I was kind of hoping for a teeny tiny favor from you guys. Who the hell are you? Beat it. Hey, we're all friends here, right? Hey, let's roll out some introductions. Call me Phil. I'm just your average friendly contractor looking for some good business partner, so to speak. After hearing about your valiant accomplishments during this war, I just knew I had to work with you directly. That's why I was kind of hoping you'd put in a good word for me with the head honchos over at your guardhouse. Excuse me? And why would we ever do that for a lowly merchant? You sure you want to be making that assumption? You could be missing out. I hate to brag, but my reputation's pretty up there. Who knows? You might even get your name out there for introducing me. Come on, don't let a guy down. Actually, here, maybe this'll help convince you. Toval slipped the soldier's smear. Now, wait just a second. It's fine, it's fine. Think of it as a little gift if you want. So what do you say, fellas? Good grief. Well, we got no reason to turn his gift down. Phil was it, we'll pass your name on, but I wouldn't hold my breath. That's what I like to hear. And she's got blonde hair. Is it Elisa? Color me impressed. Tell me though, where'd Phil come from? Just one of the names I used to go by. But hey, I managed to sort that out nice and discreetly, right? Racers like you have definitely earned their name. Thanks for the help, Toval. I thought I was going to have to resort to force, but I'm glad you were able to resolve things without even having to reach for your weapon. No problem. Anyway, are you alright, sister? Yes, thank you very much for your help. Reen, what are you doing here? Rosine? Oh, another acquaintance of yours? Yeah, she's another first year like me. I'm glad to see you're safe and sound, Rosine. Likewise. Would you mind accompanying me to the church? Staying here for too long may draw unwanted attention. Sounds good to me. After you. Are we gonna poof? We're poofing, aren't we? Poofing commences. After they walked to the church, Reen took the time to explain how and why they were in Celdic. So you're searching for the rest of Class 7. I can tell that you've been through some rather trying times. Well, I'm not the only one. It sounds like you had it rough too. You and Becky escaped together, didn't you? I hear Hugo's the one who told you how to. Or how to. That's correct, though we did end up splitting from him along the way. I've been taking shelter here ever since, all while praying as much as possible for everyone else's safety. Any chance you've heard anything about the other students, or maybe even the academy itself? We're trying to figure out as much as we can. Unfortunately, I don't know anything. That's a shame, but the important thing is that you're safe. Actually, on that note, is the provincial army always that bad? Kinda messed up that they're getting flat out hammered in the middle of the day. It's a relatively common occurrence, yes. They'll often get drunk and start breaking things, or take goods from people's stalls without paying. It's not as though the merchants can do anything to stop it either. Nobody wants to have their goods requisitioned. Sounds like the soldiers who aren't on the front lines have a lot of free time on their hands. Celdic hasn't been swept up into any battles so far, so yeah. We'll be sure to take extra care from here on out, Rosine, and make sure to give the soldiers a wide berth. Thank you for your concern. I'll be praying for you to be reunited with the rest of Class 7 soon. Thanks, that makes 2 of us. Character notebook updated. Okay. Sister Olive, you were accosted by soldiers? I'm so sorry. It's all because I sent you out in my stead. Please, there's no need to blame yourself. I should be the one apologizing for causing you so much concern. Okay. And we have the same people up here. Okay. Hitting on nuns, for shame, that's right. I think we've asked almost all the townsfolk at this point, and yet here we are with Zip for clues. You sure they're really here? I kind of find it hard to believe your friends have gotten by without a single person noticing them. Valimar detected them, so they have to be somewhere in the area. If they're not here in town, then they're either on the highway or somewhere else in this general region, right? I hope they're holding up okay. Hey there, you two seem like you've got time to kill. How about picking up a copy of the Imperial Chronicle? The latest volume's got a boatload of handy information, and it comes at the low price of 100 mira. Not bad, huh? We've got a pushy one here, don't we? Sorry, kid, but we're kind of busy at the moment. Whatever, just take one already. You're gonna regret it if you don't. I mean it, it's gonna be nothing but regret. Well, I guess it can't hurt. We got the issue number 2. Guess that means I should read issue number 1, huh? Heh, thanks. Alright. So he runs off. Sheesh, he really wanted that sale. Don't think I've ever seen someone that desperate to sell a newspaper before. He did have a point, though. Reading the newspaper is a great way to get a better idea of what's going on. True enough. Let's give it a read. So I don't even have to go to it. It's just going to bring it up. Noble Alliance forces keep winning. The Alliance has worked to eliminate rebellious elements all over the country. Is proceeding smoothly. Very smoothly. In fact, with the latest official announcement reporting that 60% of the country is now under their control. One victory after another. I went to interview some of the soldiers on the ground in the Western Front about ongoing battles. Standing in their base, it was easy to feel overwhelmed by the sight of countless soldats and state-of-the-art military airships lined up. I'd heard much about how superior the Noble Alliance forces were to the rebels in terms of the quality and amount of weaponry and vehicles they have, but seeing them all in person, I finally understood that all I'd heard was completely true. Commanding officer I spoke to had inspiring words about the war itself as well. The armored divisions of the former Imperial Army have been elite, but they no longer have a good cause to fight for. They're simply a disorganized rabble. Furthermore, the beloved General Aurelio Le Guin and Brigadier General Wallace Bardius are both heroically fighting on the front lines with their armies at their side. Needless to say, morale is astonishingly high. Yep, 30-minute countdown. We do, however, have a cause to fight for. Because of that, the commanding officer continued, there is absolutely no chance we will be defeated. Oh my god, there's 8 pages of this. I'm hoping there's like a clue about my friends. Predictions for the future, otherwise I wouldn't read this right now. The Alliance forces seem to have every intention of following through on their mission to wipe out the rebels. With most of their numbers already defeated, the former Imperial armored soldiers remaining has spread throughout the land and many areas are working with other rebels to worsen public order. I think I speak for everyone in saying that complete elimination of such soldiers can't come soon enough. So former Governor Regnitz, formerly arrested. Former Imperial Governor of Heimdall, Karl Regnitz, has already been apprehended on suspicion of treason, but he has now been arrested as a result of increasing evidence proving his guilt. His arrest means that over 40 members of the Imperial government have been placed under arrest on charges of treason. Even the person leading the investigation was unable to hide his surprise at how many rebels had been participating in government affairs unnoticed all this time. With more and more members of the reformist faction being found guilty of similar charges, we wouldn't be surprised if he had plenty more to arrest in the days to come. Beware deception and demonstrations. The Army's press office has words of caution in light of the alarming number of demonstrations and false reports spreading across the Empire of late. In their latest statement, they warned supporting the former Imperial Army or sympathizing with their actions both constitute as treason. Best thing to do for now is ignore such degenerates. We sincerely trust that all our readers will take heed of this advice and not pay attention to groundless rumors. Train and air travel update. Rail and air travel have gradually begun to resume as a result of the Noble Alliance's actions. However, the number of trains and airships in operation remain limited, and major inspections are being conducted at key stations in the interest of security. Passengers wishing to travel should expect delays. I should have read that in my traveling place voice. There's always a possibility that public transport will be halted again, depending on future developments. Citizens who have peerages will have priority when purchasing tickets, allowing them to travel more easily. We're certain members of the nobility will enjoy making this use of this well-deserved service. Alright, so that did nothing for me. All that for nothing. Damn. Even Machias's dad has been arrested. So all of a sudden the Imperial Army and the high-ranking reformists are traitors, huh? The Imperial Chronicle is not even trying to be impartial these days. It's safe to assume the Alliance has complete control over it. Most likely. It looks like the Alliance is so sure of their victory, they're getting things ready for when the war's over. That's how to do it if you want things to go your way. They're a cunning bunch. There's something stuck on the last page. Huh, you're right. A piece of paper? Is this a map? It looks that way. It's of the Eastern Highway. But with all the random numbers and symbols on it? there's more stuff written on the back, too. The one who takes the queen holds the key to the king. Is this some sort of code? It's gotta be. Please tell me this isn't from who I think it is. It does resemble Phantom Thief's B's weirdness. Except nothing's been stolen this time, so I doubt it's him. Thank you for the heart, Steve. Actually, the symbols in the layout of the map reminds me of chess. What do you think, Toval? Chess? Maybe? It does look like a chessboard. But wait, that must mean... Let's assume that these colored letters each represent a different chess piece. In which case, the white Q must represent the queen. Then there's the black B and P representing bishop and pawn. Don't look at me. I don't know anything about the games you people play. All you need to know is that he's onto something. Assuming your theory's right, then solving the message written on the other side shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, hopefully. You want to head to the highway? It's the best lead we've got. Obtained hand-drawn map.